Brooklyn, New York. The silence of the courtroom was broken when Marcus Johnson, just 8 years old, stood up and asked permission to speak. The boy carried a makeshift folder of papers, his determined eyes contrasting with his small stature before the imposing court. "Your Honor," he said firmly, "I would like to make a statement in defense of my grandmother." Judge William Carter froze. In 30 years on the bench, he had never seen anything like it. Dorothy Johnson, aged 72, was accused of misappropriating $1.75 million from a Brooklyn housing program. Her lawyer had quit the day before, unable to get paid. The prosecutor, David Richardson, a man with a 95% conviction rate, rolled his eyes. "Your Honor, this is irregular. A child cannot represent anyone in court." Marcus turned politely. "I don't want to represent her. I just want to tell the truth. My grandmother taught me that truth always wins." The judge studied him, then nodded. "Very well, Marcus. You may speak as a witness. 5 minutes." Marcus opened his folder. Inside were newspaper clippings, receipts, and even drawings he made to explain key points. "Every Sunday night, Grandma Dorothy and I checked the bills together. Blue paper for expenses, yellow paper for income." He began listing suspicious withdrawals. $2,500 for roof repairs, yet the roof was untouched. $1,800 for security equipment never installed. $3,200 for legal fees, though Dorothy never hired outside counsel. Gasps echoed across the room. Richardson shifted uncomfortably. He hadn't checked any of those transactions himself. Marcus then compared Dorothy's real signature to the ones on the payment documents. "Her real handwriting is soft and slow. These forgeries are rushed and heavy." The prosecutor snapped. "We can't accept handwriting analysis from a child," Marcus calmly asked. "Do you have professional analysis proving that they are hers?" Richardson fell silent. Then Marcus presented hospital records. "On the same day the money was taken, Grandma was with me in the ER while I had an asthma attack. She couldn't have been at the office." The jury leaned forward. The foundation of Richardson's case was collapsing. Marcus didn't stop there. "Did you verify that the companies receiving these payments actually exist?" he asked the prosecutor. He hesitated. He hadn't. "Did you check the building security cameras?" Richardson muttered, "They weren't working." Marcus smiled faintly. "I called the company myself. They said the cameras worked fine and even offered me the recordings." The courtroom buzzed. An 8-year-old had uncovered more truth in weeks than the prosecution had in months. What no one knew was that Marcus wasn't alone. Mrs. Patricia Williams, a retired librarian and former paralegal, had mentored him. She taught him, "They'll try to dismiss you because you're a child. Stay calm, always be 3 steps ahead." And step by step, Marcus was dismantling a veteran prosecutor before everyone's eyes.
Finally, Marcus pulled out a sealed envelope. "Inside this is proof of who really stole the money," he said. He looked at Richardson. "Would you like to withdraw the charges before I open it?" Richardson, sweating, refused. Marcus opened the envelope and played a recording. Richardson's own voice filled the room, ordering his team to speed up the case, admitting it didn't matter if Dorothy was guilty, and calling her a poor old black woman who can't fight back. Shockwaves rippled through the courtroom. Marcus wasn't done. He showed Richardson's bank statement, $25,000 deposited days after Dorothy's arrest, traced to a shell company linked to the fraudulent withdrawals. "You didn't just accuse an innocent woman," Marcus said. "You were part of the theft." The jury gasped. Richardson's face turned pale. His career was over. Judge Carter slammed his gavel. "All charges against Dorothy Johnson are dismissed. Prosecutor Richardson, you are under investigation for corruption." Dorothy wept as she embraced her grandson. An 8-year-old boy had just defeated one of New York's toughest prosecutors. 6 months later, Marcus was invited to speak at a law school. At age 9, he became a case study nationwide. Justice, he told future lawyers, isn't about defeating someone. It's about protecting those you love. Donations poured into the housing program. Dorothy's health improved. Marcus and Patricia launched the Marcus Project, teaching kids their legal rights in Brooklyn schools. And New York passed the Marcus Law, requiring prosecutors to prove a defendant's presence at the crime scene before charges could be filed. Richardson lost everything: his job, his reputation, his power. But Marcus and Dorothy became a symbol of hope. Their story proved that age does not define strength, background does not define destiny, and when love and knowledge come together, miracles can happen. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to the channel for more true stories of courage and justice. And remember, sometimes revolutions don't start with shouting or violence. They start with an 8-year-old boy, a folder of evidence, and the unshakable belief that truth and love always win.